Prelude, Ijtihad and Taqlid, Scholarship and Followership. Necessity of seeking knowledge. We believe that since Almighty Allah has endowed us with the faculty of thinking and gifted us intellects, He has ordered us to ponder over His creation, to note with care the signs of His making, and to meditate on His wisdom and His excellently perfect planning in His signs in the horizons and in ourselves. He has thus said in the Holy Quran, سَنُرِيهُمْ آيَاتَنَا فِي الْآفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ حَتَّى يَتَبَيَّنُ لَهُمْ أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ. We shall show them our signs on the horizons and in themselves, until it is clear to them that it is the truth. Verse 41/43, Holy Quran. Almighty Allah has likewise shown His disapproval of those who blindly follow the ways of those who were before them. Hence, He says in the Holy Quran, قَالُوا بَلْ نَتَّبِعُ مَا أَلْفَيْنَا عَلَيْهِ آبَاءَنَا أَوَلَوْ كَانَ آبَاؤُهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَهْتَدُونَ. They say, no, but we shall do what we found our fathers doing. And what if their fathers had no understanding of anything? Verse 2/170, Holy Quran. He also has shown His dislike for those who follow their own personal whims and conjectures. He thus says, إِنْ يَتَّبِعُونَ إِلَّا الظَّنَّ. They follow not but an opinion. Verse 6/116, Holy Quran. We believe that it is our intellect that forces us to reflect upon creation to know the Creator of the universe, as also to examine the claims and miracles of anyone who claims prophethood. Such being the case, it will no longer be acceptable to act upon the view of any person, even if that person has the gift of great knowledge or holds an esteemed position. The Holy Quran has urged us to reflect upon creation, stick to science, and acquire knowledge. This urging has come to confirm the natural freedom of thought, which all sages agree upon. Draw the attention to the human soul's inclination to knowledge and thinking, and open and direct the mind towards the functions for which it was created. It is thus impossible for man to neglect the doctrinal affairs or to depend upon his mentors or any other persons concerning his beliefs. It is necessary for man, on account of his natural intelligence that is confirmed by the Holy Quran, to investigate, examine, and come to a clear understanding of the fundaments of his religion, usul ad-din, which are 1. Monotheism, belief that there is only one God. 2. Prophethood, belief that Muhammad is the prophet and messenger of Almighty Allah. 3. Imamiyyah, or leadership, believe in the divinely commissioned leadership of the 12 imams. And 4. Resurrection, belief that there is another life after death. One who follows the dictates of his forebears or any other person in these matters has indeed committed a big mistake, strayed off the right path, and made all his acts inexcusable. The above discussion can be summed up in the following 2 points. A. It is obligatory to investigate and understand the fundaments of our beliefs, since it is unacceptable to depend upon others' beliefs in this respect. B. In addition to its being a religious duty, reflection upon the fundament of one's belief is a requirement stemming from reason, i.e., such knowledge must not be derived from religious texts, which, however, can act as supportive factors after the exercise of the intellects. The meaning of reason-based requirements is that we must realize the necessity of knowledge, the reflection upon the fundament of one's beliefs, and the inference of these beliefs through reason. Following an authority in the secondary religious affairs. By secondary affairs of the religion, we mean those religious laws which govern our actions after we have rationally accepted the religious faith. In such affairs, it is not obligatory upon us to reflect upon them or apply our personal views. If such secondary affairs are not among the religious fundaments fixed by decisive texts of religious laws, such as the obligation of offering prayers, fasting, and defraying the poor rate, zakah, then an ordinary person is required to do one of the following three matters. A. One may practice ijtihad, scholarship, that is, exert all possible efforts to extract religious laws from the sources of the Islamic code of laws, by engaging oneself in the highest levels of studies of jurisprudence, and then investigating the proofs of the religious laws after qualifying to reach such a stage and becoming a scholar, mujtahid. B. Exercise juristic precaution, ihtiyat, which is acting according to the views of the jurisprudence so as to act upon the actual ruling, if one is able to do so. Or C. Act upon the verdicts of a well-qualified scholar, mujtahid, who must enjoy decency and rationality in addition to other qualifications. Such a scholar, mujtahid, according to religious traditions, preserves himself against wrongdoing and wrongly pleasures, cares for his religion, opposes the dictates of his desires, and obeys the commands of his Lord. صائنا لنفسه حافظا لدينه مخالفا لهواه مطيعا لأمر مولاه. It follows that if one is not qualified enough to practice scholarship, ijtihad, or to act upon precaution, ihtiyat, and still refrains from acting upon the verdicts of a well-qualified religious authority, then all of one's acts of worship will be invalid and unaccepted even if one offers prayer, observes fasting, and performs acts of worship one's entire lifetime. Unless 1. Such acts be compatible with the views of the scholar or jurisprudent upon whose verdicts one relies after, and 2. Previous acts were intended to seek nearness to Almighty Allah. Qurban. Ijtihad, scholarship. We believe that ijtihad, scholarship, in secondary matters of religion is a collective duty, wajibun kifa'i, in the ages of occultation of Imam al-Mahdi. May Allah hasten his return. Side note: Imam al-Mahdi in Shia ideology is the 12th Imam from the household of the Holy Prophet and the son of Imam al-Hasan al-Askari. Imam al-Mahdi is believed to be an occultation, and he was part of two occultations: the small occultation, in which he had a group of representatives that he directly communicated with, and the large occultation, in which is believed to be the contemporary times. During the large occultation, Imam al-Mahdi instructed his followers to follow the religious authorities within the nation. Shia Muslims believe that Imam al-Mahdi will return at the end of times alongside Jesus, blessings be upon them both. End of side note. In other words, all Muslims in all ages are under the obligation of practicing scholarship, ijtihad. But should one of them become proficient in scholarship, ijtihad, thus becoming a well-qualified scholar, all Muslims will be acquitted from this responsibility, and they will then act upon that scholar's verdicts and refer to him in the secondary affairs of religion. In all ages, Muslims must consider their religious duty to choose an authority from among themselves. If they find a volunteer who has gained the degree of scholarship, ijtihad, which cannot be gained except by those who have good fortune and who is qualified enough to be followed by the others, they may then accept him as their religious authority and turn to him in getting knowledge of the laws of the religion. If they fail to find one enjoying such a supreme degree of knowledge, then they are religiously required to attain the rank of scholarship, ijtihad, individually, or to nominate one from among them to obtain this rank when it is impossible or unfeasible for all to devote themselves to gaining this rank. It is impermissible for them to act upon the verdicts of a deceased mujtahid, scholar. Scholarship, ijtihad, can be defined as the examination of the sources of the traditions and Sharia, i.e., the religious code of Islamic laws, to reach knowledge of the secondary laws which the Holy Prophet has conveyed to his nation. Of course, these laws are unalterable and cannot be changed when times or conditions change. It has thus been declared, what Muhammad has made legal will be legal until the day of judgment, and what he has made forbidden will be forbidden until the day of judgment. حلال محمد حلال إلى يوم القيامة وحرامه حرام إلى يوم القيامة. The sources of religious laws are 1. The Holy Quran, 2. The Holy Sunnah, or words, deeds, and confirmations of the Holy Prophet and the Holy Imams, 3. Consensus, or ijma', and 4. Reasoning, al-aql. Details of these sources are mentioned in the texts of Fundaments of Jurisprudence, or usul al-fiqh. To attain the position of a religious scholar, or mujtahid, requires many years of study and acquiring various branches of science that not everyone can attain except one who works painstakingly and makes every possible effort by devoting himself to attaining this position. The mujtahid, or the religious scholar, or the religious authority. We believe that a well-qualified religious scholar, or mujtahid, is representative of the Imam al-Mahdi during the age of occultation. He is also an absolute ruler and authority over Muslims, and he enjoys the same power that is enjoyed by Imam al-Mahdi concerning issuers of judgments and administration among the people. Hence, to reject such a well-qualified mujtahid or religious scholar is to reject Imam al-Mahdi, and to reject Imam al-Mahdi is to reject Almighty Allah, which does not differ from polytheism, as is declared in a tradition reported from Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq, may peace be upon him. In view of that, a well-qualified mujtahid is not only a competent authority for issuing verdicts, but he also enjoys general authority, i.e., in all aspects of life, over people. People should therefore turn to him in judicature, passing of judgments, and ruling affairs that are relegated to him exclusively, since none is allowed to hold these positions without permissions of the well-qualified mujtahid, religious scholar. Similarly, it is impermissible to carry out the religious punishments and provisions except by the permission of such supreme authority. Moreover, in issues pertaining to finance, it is obligatory to refer to the well-qualified mujtahid as long as such financial items are the Imam's, Imam al-Mahdi's, rights and responsibilities. Such general authority has been given to the well-qualified mujtahids, religious scholars, by Imam al-Mahdi, so that they will act as representatives of the Imam when he is in occultation.